I know so many of you are worried right now. The IRS said that Social Security and other federal beneficiaries will receive their $1,400 third stimulus checks by or on April 7th. But it seems like the IRS has forgotten about you. The IRS Get My Payment tool is not showing any payment date, and there are no pending deposits in your bank account. This is all just so crazy. It is certainly hard to stay calm when it seems like everyone but you received their third stimulus check. Well, everyone, please don't worry. As long as you meet the eligibility requirements to receive a third stimulus check, you will get one. There is some good news, but this may not apply to everyone. In the comment section below, some of you have shared that the IRS Get My Payment tool never updated with a payment date. However, you have already received your $1,400 stimulus payment. There is definitely an error with the IRS Get My Payment tool not updating with any new payment status. But I just wanted all of you to know that it is possible for you to receive your stimulus check tomorrow, even if the Get My Payment tool is not showing anything. I hope that all of you receive your stimulus money tomorrow. All of this waiting is really annoying. The IRS needs to communicate better with the American people. There are millions of SSI, SSDI, VA, RRB, and survivors beneficiaries that still have not received their $1,400 stimulus checks. The IRS needs to make a statement with new updated information and answer the questions that we all have. It seems like the IRS does not even care. I know that some of you are seeing error messages when you check the IRS Get My Payment tool. There are several possible reasons why you are receiving an error message. On the IRS website, it is stated that if the information you enter to verify your identity in Get My Payment doesn't match their records, you will receive an error message. I suggest double-checking what the application is requesting and making sure what you enter is accurate. According to the IRS, if you enter information that doesn't match their records 3 times within 24 hours, you'll be locked out of Get My Payment for security reasons. Then you won't be able to access the application again after 24 hours. That would be really horrible. Now, if you are still seeing a payment status not available message when you check the IRS Get My Payment tool, hang in there. Like I said, it is certainly possible you will still receive your check, even if the Get My Payment tool does not update. According to the IRS, there's nothing to worry about. The Get My Payment application will say payment status not available for the following reasons. Your payment hasn't been processed yet. The IRS doesn't have enough information to issue you a payment. You aren't eligible for a payment. The majority of you are eligible to receive a third stimulus payment. According to the legislation for the third round of payments, you will not need to take additional steps to receive the third stimulus payment if you already receive federal benefits through any of these programs: Social Security Old Age Retirement, Survivors or Disability Insurance, Supplemental Security Income, SSI, Railroad Retirement Board Benefits, Veterans Affairs VA benefits. The SSA and Direct Express has announced that if you didn't submit a 2019 or 2020 tax return or use the non-filers tool in 2020 and you receive your monthly Social Security benefits by Direct Express card, it's likely your third payment will be added on your Direct Express card. Just keep checking the Get My Payment tool, your bank account, and mailboxes. Now let's talk about the expanded child tax credit. Parents with dependents may qualify for additional monthly stimulus payments called the child tax credit, but the money might be delayed. If you are a parent, you can receive between $3,000 and $3,600 per child, depending on your child's age. If you are eligible, your family will receive $250 monthly for children ages 6-17. For kids who are under the age of 6, you will receive $300 monthly. However, you must file their 2020 taxes to qualify for the child tax credit. Unfortunately, according to IRS Commissioner Charles Rettig, the IRS is overwhelmed and these payments may be delayed. It might be a challenge to get it monthly right out of the box. We're focused on trying to get these payments out to the people in a meaningful manner in a meaningful time frame. Reportedly, if you're eligible and don't get an update on the child tax credit via the IRS portal, then you'll have to wait until the 2021 tax season to claim the child tax credit. Leave any questions in the comments below. That is the end of the video, everyone. I hope you found this video helpful.
I promised in the beginning that I'd always give you the straight scoop, straight from the shoulder, the good and the bad. Well, here's the truth. The good news is we're on track to beat our goal of 200 million shots in the first 100 days. More than 75% of the people over the age of 65 have gotten shots, up from 8% when we took office. That's a dramatic turnaround and critical because seniors account for 80% of all COVID deaths. To help support my goal of safely reopening the majority of K through 8 schools by my 100th day in office, I directed states in early March to make educators and child care workers eligible for vaccines and to get a goal of getting all who wanted the vaccination to be able to have one and to do it in the month of March. I'm pleased to report, according to CDC estimates, over 80% of teachers, school staff, and child care workers received at least one shot by the end of March. And that's great progress protecting our educators, our essential workers. And because our vaccine program is in overdrive, we're making it easier to get a vaccination shot. Last week, I announced that by April 19th of this month, 90% of all Americans will be within 5 miles of a vaccination site. And further good news is that we're getting more and more data on just how effective the vaccines are. Dr. Fauci recently cited 2 studies from the New England Journal of Medicine that found fully vaccinated healthcare workers on the front lines had extremely low infection rates, less than 0.2%, compared to unvaccinated healthcare workers who had considerably higher infection rates. So we're making incredible progress. There's a lot of good news, but there's also some bad news. New variants of the virus are spreading and they're moving quickly. Cases are going back up. Hospitalizations are no longer declining. While deaths are still down, way down from January, they're going up in some places. So you might ask, everybody's asking, what does that mean? I understand that people may find it confusing, that the vaccination program is saving tens of thousands of lives, but the pandemic remains dangerous. Let me explain it in a single word: time. Time. Even moving at the record speed we're moving at, we're not even halfway through vaccinating over 300 million Americans. This is going to take time. Remember, for a 2-dose vaccine, it takes weeks from the time you get your first one until you're able to get your second shot, which makes you fully protected. If you get your first shot next week in mid-April, you won't be fully protected until May, late May. If you get your first shot in mid-May, you aren't fully protected until late June. So look,